All right. You have to know what you want to get it. You have to want it more than comfort, more than security, more than breathing. If that sounds extreme, it is. But no one climbs mountains by accident. No one wins without hunger. Today, I'm going to talk about how to get what you want out of life. Not with wishful thinking, but with relentless clarity and obsession. Okay. So let me ask you something, right? Like, what do you want? Not what your parents want, not what looks good on Instagram, Facebook, not what sounds safe or easy. I mean, you, like, deep down, like, what makes your heart beat faster? Like, what would make you wake up every morning on fire? Like, if you don't have that answer, you're not going to get there. You can't hit a target you can't see. So, like, clarity is like power. So, when your vision is like blurry, your decision are like scattered. But when it's clear, every choice becomes like easier. Every no becomes justified. Every yes feels like a step forward. Um, so try to use like obsession, like isn't optional. Because here's the truth: most people want to succeed, but only a few need to. The difference is obsession. You can't want it like kind of. You have to want it like air you breathing, right? So when Eric Thomas said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. He wasn't giving you a quote. He was like giving you a formula. Um, you won't stick to the gym for like 6 months because you kind of sort of want to lose weight. You know what I mean? Um, you won't study or work late, take risks, keep pushing through failure if it's just a nice idea. You got to be all in, all or nothing. All right. So that's why they say like pain is the down payment, right? If you're trying to go into a business, like you got to have a down payment, and for what you want, it's the same thing. And pain is that down payment. Because let me be honest with you, right? Wanting something badly doesn't mean it will come easy. You're going to pay for it in time and sweat and sacrifice. But hear this: pain is the down payment on success. You're going to feel discomfort, but that's how you grow. That's the price of transformation. You want to get in shape? Pain. You want to build a business? Rejection. You want to write a book, change your life, speak on stages, sleepless nights, doubt, failure again and again? But guess what? If you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you'll pay it gladly. You know, that's why I don't make a concession about, any prices for anything that I sell, because you're going to have pain to get what you want. If there's no pain attached to it, then it's not really worth it. But there has to be pain. So what I want you to do is like burn the backup plan, right? Too many people hold on to plan B like it's a safety net, right? But that safety net, it becomes like a ceiling. So like if you want it more than like breathing, you ain't got time for backup plans, right? Not because you're reckless, but because your focus has to be total, right? Burn the ships, remove crutches, leave no room for retreat. Y'all all heard that, right? Burn the ships, remove the crutches, leave no room for retreat. You know, that's what they do in the military when they send you out to the beaches of Normandy. When they sent them out on the beaches of Normandy, they didn't give them a chance to come back to the boat. You got to go straight on up there and hit it head first. So if you want to write that song, start that business, become the first in your family to make it, You got to decide that failure is not the end, it's just part of the path. Um, so you need to really have like daily discipline or daily proof, right? Wanting it is the spark, but discipline is the fuel. Okay. So if you want more than breathing, just show it every day. Wake up earlier, block distractions, do the hard thing first because motivation will fade. But routine wins the war. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Every rep, every cold call, every page you write or mile you run, it's your body telling your mind, yes, I still want it. So I ask you again, like I asked you at the beginning, what do you want? Not in theory, not someday, but right now. Decide it, declare it, obsess over it, and pretty much fight for it with everything you got. Because if you truly want it more than breathing, you'll find a way. You'll find a way. So, you know, if this hits home, drop a comment with what you're chasing. Let the world know what you're after and that you're not stopping until you get it. So subscribe for more real talk like this. But until next time, go get it.